The summer is almost over, and historically, summer is the calm before the storm for virtual reality. I'm not sure about you, but I thought the summer was way too quiet, so I'm looking forward to what's coming next. Quest Updates version 33 was just released yesterday too, so I wanted to take this opportunity to make a quick video talking about what's new in this update and also, more interestingly, what's coming in the next month. Let's start with the exciting stuff, so what is coming? First of all, Facebook Connect is coming next month on October 28th, a bit later than usual, but it is again all virtually so that everyone can attend, so mark your calendars. Facebook Connect is the company's AR and VR developer conference where we usually learn a lot more about their newest hardware and software. And to give you an idea, the first Oculus Quest was also announced there a few years ago. While we are on the subject of what's coming, the German developer Basti has found a hidden video that shows off a new Guardian. The Guardian is that virtual boundary you can draw and that you can align with your real-life furniture or walls so you don't hurt yourself or worse, others. The Guardian has pretty much stayed the same since the launch of Quest in 2019, except for the feature where it can detect non-moving objects in your play space. The leaked video shows that it can now detect moving objects, so if your kid or girlfriend, not that they are objects of course, but what if they walk in your play area without paying any attention, then well, you can still see them in VR. This new feature may be called Space Sense, and under that video there was a description as well that tells us that you can see people up to 9 feet away as long as it's still within your boundary, and that you can turn this feature off if you don't want to use it. It was initially thought that Space Sense would release with the version 33 update, but this version has just been released and unfortunately Space Sense was not yet included, so maybe it will come later this month, I don't know, but I will talk more about what is included in this update later in the video. But first, something else exciting. A person on Reddit has found more code, and he found a couple of strings which are basically static text put there by developers in the software, and they were found within the Quest version 32 update, and they seem to leak features of a Quest Pro headset. I know there have already been hints towards one, but this further confirms it and tells us a little bit more. Take these leaks with a grain of salt though, as we may never see them come, but what these strings tells us is that the Pro headset may get a lot more sensors. The first string suggests improvements in hand tracking. The following strings suggest we'll get eye tracking sensors too, which can be used for foveated rendering, for example. For those who don't know what that is, this reduces the rendering workload by lowering the resolution in your peripheral vision, so anything outside of what you're focusing on. But it does keep the image quality high in the center. Basically, this means developers will be able to give us better looking games with the same hardware, which is always excellent. Not only that, but even face tracking references were found. If you pause the video and give these strings a read, then it sounds like instructions for a calibration test where the software is trying to understand how you look like when you smile or look angry. All this is in line with Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg's interview a few months ago, where he talked about exactly this, and it further confirms that Facebook is actively working on making social interactions more realistic. Whether this is meant for consumers though is the question, because the community speculates that the Quest Pro could also be just for businesses. It could also be that Facebook developers were just testing out these features and forgot to remove them in a public commit, and it may never come. In any case, I do hope we'll hear more about this during Facebook Connect. But before I move to what's new in version 33, there were 2 more features found. These strings mentioned sliding the lenses together, which sounds like we may be getting an adjustable IPD slider like Quest 1, so you can align the lenses with your eyes, which improves eye comfort. So I really hope that the next headset has it. Then the last few strings found something about depth adjustment, allowing you to move the headset closer or further away from your face. What this exactly means is unclear, but it sounds like that it may allow you to increase your field of view as you move the display closer to your eyes. Possibly. Now let's talk about the newest update, version 33. This update was released on Monday, September 13th, and per usual, it rolls out gradually, so you may have to wait a little until you get it. So we got some Link and Air Link visual improvements, so the next time you use Link, you may notice improved image quality and text clarity thanks to Link Sharpening, which makes images crisper, fine details clearer, and text easier to read. Multitasking will now be available for everyone. This is where you could see up to 3 currently running 2D apps in the menu, like Oculus TV, browser, or events. You can drag and drop them next to each other and manage multiple tasks simultaneously. I think this is the start of replacing your phone in the future with VR headsets. Maybe like 10 years from now. The system keyboard also got a few quality of life improvements, like autocorrect features and improved next word prediction. I mean, typing in VR is awful, so any improvements here are always appreciated. And there are a few more little changes, like the ability to clear Guardian history to solve tracking issues. Before, this only deleted boundary data, but now it will also delete the Guardian maps and tracking data. So if you have any tracking problems, which I know a lot of people have since recent updates, then you can try this out in the settings under Guardian. The Oculus browser has gotten better security too, powered by Google Safe Browsing. It will now warn you of any potentially harmful site. Lastly, notification settings also got a redesign and allows you to have more control, like turning all notifications off for a specific app. And that's it. I know these updates are not that spectacular this month, as there are more quality of life improvements, but I'm hoping that we'll hear more and see a lot more after the summer, and also maybe at Facebook Connect. However, anything that makes VR better is for me a win, so I wanted to make a quick video to update you all, which I want to do every time, so consider subscribing to stay up to date. Thank you so much for watching. I'm giving away Oculus Quest game keys for those that stick around until the end of the video, so to win one, comment below your thoughts on these updates and also your favorite leak, and I'll pick a winner in 3 days. If you like what we do, you can support us for free by watching more, like the videos shown on the screen right now. And a special thanks go to our champions, especially these patrons down below, and as always, VR on.